Thank you very much, Jim. I want to commend those of you that are here today. I want to say that pensions is a very complex and confusing subject. It's not easy to understand, and I wish the room was a lot more full. I was here yesterday on local control, and it was standing room only, but I guess pensions is never a sexy subject, but thanks for being here. I have a number of slides, and because of time, unfortunately, I'm going to be going through them fairly quickly, but I will be around at the end to answer more questions and provide any additional information that you may have. Basically, I'm going to talk about three key things that keep coming up, and they're unfunded liabilities, amortization periods, and the fiscal health of pension funds that are in state statute that you hear about. And then just sum it up at the end about our take on DC plans that have been, DB plans that have been switched to DC plans in other states. Here's one headline that we studied. And yes, there are $57 billion worth of public pension plan problem. But we looked at that problem, and what does that really tell us? First, we, along with the Pension Review Board, don't agree that unfunded liabilities are the best measure of pension fund health for the following reasons. Unfunded liabilities is not a debt. There's no interest accruing on it, and the total payment is not needed next year or the following year. It's not something you have to pay down right away. In unfunded liabilities, that number changes. It changes for various reasons. It goes up and it goes down. In the 4 statewide pension funds, the big systems, they account for almost 80% of that $57 billion. In TEXPERS, we primarily focus on the local pension systems, not the big statewide systems. We do not represent them, but I want to point out that if you look at the teachers' retirement system, which is the largest state pension fund, and it has $32 billion in unfunded liability, is under control considering the benefits paid, the returns, and the total assets. And thanks to the legislature addressing that problem. 12 local pension systems in 7 of Texas' largest cities account for 14% of that $57 billion. So the 4 statewide and the 12 largest local pension systems account for 93% of the $57 billion. There are 77 other local pension systems which account for just 7% of that total unfunded liability. This is hardly an unmanageable situation. As we shall see, their ability to handle their liabilities are similar to the teachers' retirement system. The Texas Pension Review Board says that amortization periods, not unfunded liabilities, are the best way to assess pension funds' health. We examined the assertion that 25% of pension plans are underwater or plan on running out of money. That is not the case. Monitoring the trends of several different measures is a better way to assess pension fund health. We looked at the 5-year trend in amortization periods. Texas state and local pensions made significant improvements in decreasing their amortization periods in 2015. Overall, they are the healthiest they've ever been in 5 years. We can't go through every shift, but the following slides show a few highlights. The most important development was the 53% decrease of 8 pension funds moving out of the infinite category. That certainly is not a plan to run out of money. 4 plans moved to the Pension Review Board's recommended amortization period of less than 25 years. 34 plans are in this category. And remember that only 7 are in the infinite category. Overall, this does not indicate a failed system. The number of plans with amortization periods of 0 years is better than it has been in recent history. We are in agreement about wanting to see all amortization periods at 0 years, just like we would want all private sector 401ks to average at least 1 million. But unfortunately, that average is down around 92,000. Finally, we don't believe it is accurate to say that the pension funds in state statute are exhibiting signs of stress. According to a survey that we did, 7 of 11 of those pension funds beat their assumed rates of return with their critical 20-year average investment return rates. Using Pension Review Board data, we found that 9 of 11 pension funds improved their amortization periods, and the 2 that declined only worsened 1.6 years combined. 2 studies support TEXPERS' view that defined benefit plans should remain part of the 3-legged stool for retirement income, with defined contribution plans and Social Security. But unfortunately, many cities don't participate in Social Security, so defined benefit plans is all that they have. A few years ago, TEXPERS asked an actuary to use real employee demographic data to compare costs of defined benefit and defined contribution plans in Austin, Houston, and San Antonio. The National Institute of Retirement Security has studied 3 states which switched to defined contribution plans. For some portion of their workforce, all have experienced significant cost increases, and 2 have backtracked. Remember that failures to generate retirement security for any group of employees can add costs to social safety nets. In summary, the data shows that Texas state and local pension funds are in very good financial condition. We chalk that up to the fact that most offer modest pension benefits and most have received good financial support from their sponsors. We believe that calls for local control of those pension funds in statute are misguided based on the financial performance of those systems. Local control could produce unintended consequences. We hope that you will see that the need to maintain a statewide system of autonomous pension funds that have succeeded for the better part of 75 years. This is a model that has developed over time and works to the benefit of city and state employees and their employers and employees. There is no question that you will find that maybe in Houston and Dallas, you may have an isolated problem of a pension system that's having problems. But we feel that in those cases, you should address that problem at that city. Don't take that city and say that that exhibits a problem that's statewide, and therefore you make a change in the law that affects every pension system across the state. Address the problem in that local jurisdiction, and I think that that's a better approach rather than trying to take a statewide approach to it. Thank you.